Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have a brand new exciting update for the upcoming Star Wars Skeleton Crew coming to Disney Plus a little bit later this year. Of course, we're going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys, everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from one of my favorites out there, StarWarsNewsNet.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. Skeleton Crew's director and overall writer John Watts has confirmed that stop motion work by Philip Tippett is going to be in Skeleton Crew, also providing an updated synopsis for the overall show itself. So the showrunner, director, and writer John Watts sat down with Collider.com this past weekend at CCCXP in Mexico and had the chance to reveal a few snippets, new teases, and details about the upcoming Skeleton Crew series for Disney Plus. It's been in long rumored rotation for the better part of over a year and a half, and it seems that things are finally coming to a boiling point of that it's finally going to be releasing a little bit later this year, somewhere between November and December. For right now, it seems that it is going to be closer to a Christmas or December release, because in addition to all of the different teases and details that he has revealed, he also teases a Christmas release date for the show. Waltz had also talked about some of the techniques that they also got the chance to play around with for the show. So let's start with the synopsis. He first had provided the following updated synopsis for this show itself. Now mind you, this is just kind of him speaking from the heart, if you will, or just kind of from the top of his mind and kind of in the moment there as well. He says this here in quote, "It's about a group of kids that find a mysterious secret on their planet and accidentally get lost out in the galaxy, and it's the story about them trying to find their way back home." And that quote right there, very straightforward and very much of what we've heard in the previous plot synopsis, overall plot details previously before. Mind you, this says a little bit updated here. We didn't know that they would be starting off on their own home world or home planet here, and getting them into a bit of trouble is knowing this mysterious secret. Of what that mysterious secret could entail or what that would be is completely up in the air. Maybe that could be them knowing that Jude Law's character, who is supposedly going to be the lead of this show, is actually a Force user or a Jedi. That is something that we've also heard about from the various different plot rumors and plot leaks, and from the actual leaked trailer itself that was shown exclusively at Star Wars Celebration had very much so implied that was going to be the case. So maybe these children, just knowing that Jude Law's character, whatever his name may be, is just simply being Force sensitive is enough to get them in trouble, and that they would have to flee from their own home planet, and from there they'd get off course and get lost within a galaxy far, far away. I definitely also think that it's worth noting that while having John Watts, the showrunner, the director, writer, overall creator of this show itself, discussing and talking about details, it definitely has to say something about Disney, Lucasfilm, and Star Wars themselves, where they lie into this whole realm of things, and like the actual promoting and marketing for things on Skeleton Crew is going to begin ramping up very much so sooner than later. Now, John Watts had also added that you don't really need to be all that into Star Wars to enjoy the show itself, something that Kerry Condon had also alluded to recently that we had covered here on the channel, but saying that if you do, you can enjoy it on many different levels. This is definitely something that a lot of newer Star Wars projects and shows have been doing in the most recent. Definitely Andor, I think, fits this category. Everything that's gone on within the Mandalorian, the Mandoverse, even the new Star Wars sequel trilogy, like they all kind of just work on their own, and they don't necessarily have of course they have bigger and deeper implications to other Star Wars lore and other connections to other mediums even as well, such as video games, books, novels, comics, and everything of that nature. But to say that Andor, I definitely think that Andor is one of those projects or shows in the most recent part of Disney that really works on its own, and seeing that Skeleton Crew would fall under that category at the same time there as well, especially as the Mandoverse, as Skeleton Crew is going to be a part of the Mandoverse, is beginning to grow bigger and bigger and get more and more complicated, especially after the Ahsoka Disney Plus show. Something that's more laid back and something that you're able to kind of just chill and watch and enjoy just kind of as its own thing is something that feels more of a luxury. In particular, one of those had added nuances and the inclusion of some old school filmmaking techniques that was also a bit of a tease for Skeleton Crew that were abundant in the making of the original trilogy. Not just that, but Philip Tippett, the puppet master behind some of the most stunning work seen in The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, really an OG out there, did some stop motion work for the show Skeleton Crew itself as well. He had said, John Watts. They also had used matte paintings like they had in for Cloud City in The Empire Strikes Back, for instance, there as well. Essentially that establishing shot of like, oh, look, it's Cloud City, and it's this like kind of just floating city pretty much amongst the clouds, as you know he would kind of expect or anticipate in The Empire Strikes Back. That is really just a matte painting to say that they're using that same kind of style and those same techniques here for Skeleton Crew instead of using a bunch of CGI work or even the volume is something that's very much so interesting, an interesting creative decision, I think, if for anything, to take here for Skeleton Crew. Now, John Watts says that there, in quote, I got to use all of the cool stuff on my most recent Star Wars show. We had previs, mocap, we shot on the volume, we did everything. But the most fun part was that we also used all of the old school techniques as well. We got Phil Tippett to do stop motion and also do matte paintings, like real old-fashioned matte paintings. We got an ILM painter out of retirement to come out and do that. So to me, all of that stuff is fun, but it's just another tool, and it depends on how you use it. I mean, that quote right there, exactly what I kind of implied there and had said there myself, of that it really is just kind of a creative decision and a creative route or kind of just way to go about things, and it's nothing against the volume or more modern, uses of mocap or CGI, because he also says that they used all of that there as well. Now, Phil Tippett has seen a second life over Disney Plus series after being sidelined by computer-generated graphics for decades at this point. He was involved in The Mandalorian, stop-motion animating a few sequences for Jon Favreau, and he had also had one of the highlights of the docuseries, Light and Magic, that had came out in 2022. A new season of that show is also currently in post-production for those of you that may be curious about that. Skeleton Crew will be coming out this holiday season on Disney Plus, and the next Star Wars show hitting Disney Plus that's a part of live action is going to be The Acolyte, out on June 4th. Guys, this all being said, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.